What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie from Flight Sim Gaming. Today we are in beautiful Istanbul, Turkey, flying with Turkish Airlines in the PMDG 737-800. We're flying over to Trabzon. It's a real-world flight flown by Turkish Airlines. I got the call sign up top there. It's Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Flight's about an hour and a half long. But today we are trying out something differently. We are flying alongside BeyondATC. We are using that sort of virtual AI ATC that just came out recently, and so far so good. You know, nothing to really complain about. It works. You know, we'll see how they kind of develop this program going forward. There is no live traffic at the moment. I think they're planning to bring that in. You know, the only issue I had with this program so far was descending. I got caught trying to lose, you know, altitude with a very short amount of time that I had, which kind of puts you in a vertical descent at a much greater rate than you want to be. So let's see what happens. That actually happened on this actual flight, so we'll see if anything changes. Now the program's pretty simple. Basically, you gotta link your SimBrief ID number and then load into your flight, and then click fly, and then it's just gonna load up the airport, and all your ATC will come along with that. So pretty intuitive, pretty great stuff. I think it's only about $30, but anyways, let's jump inside the cockpit. Let's get this thing up in the air and out of here. Already got the aircraft kind of loaded up here. Still waiting for BeyondATC to kind of load up there on my end. So let's come over down to the FMC here. We'll go ahead and pause in it. It wants us to get our nav, our IRS set. LTFM. We're at Istanbul. We're at gate 10, so G10. We'll plug that in there. Take the GPS left, and we'll plug that in right there. Beautiful. We'll come over to the route tab here. We're going from Istanbul over to, I think it's CG. I forgot what the actual iCal is. It is CG. Beautiful. Trabzon. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Apologize if I'm butchering the names here. Both of the scenery is done by, I believe it's called Scenery TR Designs, if I'm not mistaken. Scenery TR Designs. It's not the best scenery in terms of quality, but it's kind of all that we have. And one thing I noticed with this actual scenery here is DX. So I'm running the frame gen mod here, and DX12 has an issue with ground textures. Sort of fades them out, draws in some old textures. Kind of have that issue with this scenery. But other than that, you know, it's pretty straightforward. There is I think a freeware Istanbul as well. And we'll go ahead and activate that. Beautiful. We'll execute. Let's go over to the departure tab here. We are departing off of runway 36. We are on I think it's the ASMAP 4 Sierra departure for runway 36. We'll go ahead and execute that. We'll come over to the departure arrival tab again. We are expecting the ILS Zulu 11 approach, and we are on the, I think it's the Tulin 1 Sierra. ILS Zulu for runway 11. There's no transition. We'll execute that. Beautiful. We won't worry about that stuff right now. Zero fuel weight, 60.3. That matches up beautifully. Reserves of 1. Cost index 60. We're cruising up to 35,000 feet. The average cruise wind's 259 at 20. And Transout 12,000. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and execute. And 7.1 kg of fuel. Perfect. We'll come over to the N1 tab here. Let's go ahead and get our performance calculator up here, and we'll set ourselves up Runway 36, we'll import from the aircraft. Weight 67.41. 67175 is what SimBrief wants. Let's go ahead and plug that in. We'll go ahead and import the weather and we'll calculate. It's a flaps 5 departure, takeoff rating in the takeoff setting. So takeoff setting, we'll keep that beautiful. Flaps 5, CG 4.68. Somewhere about there. And our V speeds 141, 143, 147. 141, 143, 147. Beautiful. That looks good. We'll come back up top here. Let's go ahead and get all of our stuff on. Flight directors, auto throttle. 147. Runway heading. I believe it's 354. And we're expecting 8,000 feet. I don't know if clearance is going to give us altitude. I'm going to say not, because they didn't initially. Can't zoom out, don't know why. Let's try this again. Beautiful. We'll come over to the altimeter 1016. And we'll set everything else up. Auto brake over to RTO. And let's go ahead and call up ATC. And to pull up some frequencies, there's a couple things you can do here. You can open up Navigraph, or you can just open up, there's like a thing here where it shows you all of the ATCs. So if we come down here, ATIS 12885. Let's go ahead and have a listen.
TC. Departing Grundice 34 right, 35 left, TC. Transition level 1 TVO 0. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact you have information Charlie.
So information Charlie, we'll go ahead and ring up clearance 129.17. And that will be clearance. And then I have a push to talk command. And let's see what we get. Istanbul clearance. Hello. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu requesting IFR to Trabzon with information Charlie.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, Istanbul delivery, thanks for information Charlie, APEC Trunyay 3C, Asma for Sierra Departure. Suyak Five 300.
Kind of a little hard to understand there. I don't know if that's a glitch or whatever, but let's do our best here. Alright, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu on the Asma 4 Sierra departure. Expect runway 36, squawk 5300.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, read back correct. Contact Grund 13 TVO decimal 07 when ready for pushback or engine start.
We'll contact ground on 132.07 when ready for push and engine start. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Just like that. So I forgot to... It's kind of weird though when they, I guess, sort of give you your instructions here. They don't clear you to, I guess, the airport, and I forgot to say clear to Trabzon. That's okay. But anyways, we are cleared. We have squawk 5300. is our squawk there. We're expecting runway 36 on the Asma 4 Sierra. Departure, beautiful. All's looking well. I think we are all boarded up here. Let's go ahead, yaw dampener on. Let's get our fuel pumps on. All this should have already been on. 35,000 feet, I believe. And 100 feet, I know, is the landing alt. Let's go ahead, get our collision lights on. Beautiful. So yes, I'm noticing an issue with the speech. Sometimes some of the words aren't, can't hear them clearly, especially when you're flying in these foreign countries. I can change the actual AI's voice if I wanted to make it, I guess, like American speaking. But anyways, we'll just kind of keep it. We're in Turkey, so we try to make them, you know, sound as original as you can. And like I said, sometimes with what they say, you can't really understand. The words are kind of a little bit choppy. And then again, with the clearance there, it didn't say cleared to the airport. So that's okay. I didn't read that. Apparently I read that back correctly, but anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get our APU on. APU bleed can come on. We'll come back down here. Go ahead and remove all of that. So we are, we'll contact ground. Uh, 132.07. And we'll come up to GSX. Let's go ahead and prepare for pushback. Just make sure my doors are closed here. One thing in this aircraft, I don't know if you can change it, but with GSX you have to manually close and remove everything prior to, I guess, pushing back.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
And we'll wait for the tug to get hooked up, and then I'll go ahead and contact ground and get our clearance for push. What I can do in the meantime is open up Navigraph here. I didn't show you guys the departure here.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pins inserted.
We're sitting down over here at gate 10. It says 10 left, 10R. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just gate 10 as it shows there. We're going to push back, probably face east, and then we'll taxi somewhere along here over the runway 36. The ASMAP for Sierra. So ASMAP, I don't think it read ASMAP. I believe it read ASMA for Sierra. It's the ASMAP for Sierra. Basically, at 760 feet, we're going to go ahead and right turn to Foxtrot Mike 032. We have a altitude and speed constraint, and then we'll follow on the path all the way up to ASMAP and onto, I guess, our filed route. That's another thing I noticed too, is it didn't say, you know, on the ASMAP for Sierra departure, then, you know, as filed. It didn't do that here for some reason. I'm not sure. That's kind of what's going on. The weather information, the winds are 030 at 10. Visibility is 10,000 meters or greater. We got some broken clouds at 600 and 2,200 feet. Altimeter 1016, 14 degrees. It is morning here. It is morning here, so a little chilly. But anyways, let's go ahead, call up ground, and let's request push and start. Istanbul ground, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, request push and start, please.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, Istanbul ground, pushback approved. Face east.
Push and start approved, and we'll face east, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, thanks. And that little ding that you hear is an indication that your readback was correct. I don't have the screen open. Continue push, and quick edit pushback. I'm pretty sure it's saved from the last time, and it has. Beautiful.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Beautiful. I think it's this side. Nope. This side. We're going to be doing a couple flights out here in Turkey. I think from Trabzon we're going to Dalaman, somewhere down in the southern region of Turkey, and then probably going to head back to Istanbul. I believe that is going to be the plan. Engine number 1 over to ground. Wait for a 20% N2. Like I said, not a bad looking airport. It's payware. I think it's like €20, but the freeware version is, in my opinion, more detailed. Parking brakes. Wait for that to switch off. Beautiful engine gens can come on. This way. Probe heat. And packs. Throw those on. APU bleed coming off. APU coming off. Taxi lights can come on. Engine start switches over to continuous. And flaps 5.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Beautiful. Flaps 5 is indicated. VNAV, LNAV, fantastic. We'll wait for the tug. Actually, I can probably go ahead and request taxi. Istanbul ground, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Request taxi to runway 36.
Turkish Alpha Zulu, Dunya 3C Tajiriya Tango 1 man, Foxtrot C, Golf C, Golf C Alpha.
Taxi to runway 36 via Tango 11, Foxtrot 6, Golf 6, Golf 6 Alpha for Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. And that's a sign that the readback was correct. Let's open up Navigraph again. We'll have a look at our taxiway here. So I don't have SimLink open, but we're basically here. She said Tango 11, so we're going to go ahead. Tango 11, make a left. Foxtrot 6, Golf 2, and Golf 6. Golf 6 Alpha will hold short of 36, so probably give us tower somewhere along there. Beautiful. Parking brake coming off. And let's get on out of here, shall we? Enjoying the content, ladies and gents. Don't forget to smash down the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Flight Sim Gaming is posting some more content these days. Don't be shy to view some of the content. You know, I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're going to try out this BeyondATC thing. Good practice for anybody that wants to go on VATSIM. Kind of helps you, I guess, learn phraseology and things like that. It's not the same, you know. You're relying on AI to, I guess, direct you to where you need to go. But it's a stable program. It's not bad. If you want premium voices, you got to purchase those. I haven't purchased any. I still much rather enjoy flying on the network on VATSIM. But we'll see if we get maybe a runway change. I know it uses SimBrief, so I don't know how that's going to affect if the winds change or not. We might have to request a new runway, but we'll see. I was watching, I think it was 320 Sim Pilot, A320 Sim Pilot on YouTube. He was vectored for final, which is pretty cool. Which was pretty cool, so. It's kind of what the airport looks like. I think the interior is modeled in it. Not bad. I don't think they use PBR textures for this scenery. I know they did for scenery TR or TF used for Trabzon. They used PBR textures. Should be handed off tower somewhere along here.
Turkish Alpha Zulu, contact Istanbul Tower 131 Decimal 1.
Contact tower 131.1 Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, thanks.
Jure veri Belgium. Have a great flight.
That was pretty cool. 131.1. And we'll come up here to Golf 6 Alpha. Istanbul Tower, hello. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Holding short, runway 36 at Golf 6 Alpha.
Turkish Sea Alpha Zulu, Istanbul Tower, wind 0 TVO ve ATYT, runway 3C, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 36, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Very hard to understand. Very hard to understand. Come up top here, let's get the rest of our stuff on. And let's get on there, shall we? Should be a pretty standard departure here. I'm going to line up. I'm going to quickly find our approach. I think it's going to be 133.22. The brakes held there. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Enjoy the departure. Tolga. Check.
Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
You're going up. And we'll pitch for climbs, get those rudders back in. Lovely.
Turkish Sea Alpha Zulu, contact Yesilkoy Departure 133 Decimal TVO TVO.
Contact departure at 133.22 Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, thanks. And there we go. Flaps 1. Departure, hello, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, climbing 3,000 for 8,000.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, Yesilkoy departure, identified, climb to flight level 170.
Climb to flight level 170, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. .170 is plugged in. And let's try to maintain pitch here. We have a speed constraint at 240 coming up here. Very hands-on on this departure. It's a quick right turn. Let's go ahead and flare out the, not flare out, I mean trim out. We're still hand flying it. We're still hand flying it. There we go, coming up to 250 now. Once we start this last little right turn here, I'll go ahead and throw it in autopilot. We'll have a look at some views down below. So as you can see, ATC is working beautifully fine. Keep trimming it out. Coming up on 10,000 feet here. Landing lights can come off. And we'll go ahead, pitch down. And we'll get that speed up to 311 as indicated. And I've had enough of hand flying here. Let's go ahead and put in that autopilot. Beautiful. There's the coast of Istanbul right there. Beautiful departure, ladies and gents. Come back inside. Let's make sure we get our engine start switches are coming off. Lovely. And sync our heading here. Heading 173. So that was a standard RNAV departure. I'm wondering how this sort of pans out with a vectoring departure. You know what I mean? Toronto, for example. You're flying, you know, whatever runway you're taking off on, you're flying that heading. So I'm curious to see kind of how that sort of pans out. Now I'll keep the video going just to kind of have a look to see. We're on departure right now. We're going to see if we get transferred over to center. It would probably be Istanbul center. Sure it will. There's that sun rising off to off to the left of our wing there.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, contact Istanbul Radar 119.3.
Contact center 119.3 for Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, thanks. Okay, so 119.3 should be center. And let's go ahead and give him a ring. Istanbul Center, hello, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Climbing 16,000 for 17,000, flight level 170.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, Istanbul Radar, radar contact, climb to flight level 350.
Up to flight level 350, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, thanks.
You are very welcome. Have a great flight.
Every time you thank them, they acknowledge that. I like that. It's pretty cool. Climbing up 35,000 feet, plugged in the box there. We're going to be with Istanbul Center probably until we hit the Trabzon region. Or I believe it's Ankara. Once we hit Ankara, we'll be transferred over to Ankara Center. But anyways, ladies and gents, appreciate y'all coming out. I'll fly this bird up 35,000 feet. I'll catch y'all on the descent. Enjoy the rest of the video. Peace! What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the video. We are currently descending down to flight level 100 or 10,000 on the Temel 1 Sierra RNAV approach for runway 11 in Trabzon. We were instructed to descend down to flight level 10,000, flight level 100. I don't know, you know, their phraseology is a little bit different from what I know. They wouldn't accept flight level 100. It was flight level 10,000, I believe. But anyways, let's open up Navigraph here, kind of show you what we are doing here. So we are on the Temel 1S RNAV approach. Basically, we got to be above 10,000 at Temel, above 8,000 at Charlie Golf 543, and 6,000 at Optex or Otpex. My apologies. And then it's basically, I'm going to say like a 22-mile final. Ekpit, I'm gonna say, yeah, it's basically about a 20-mile final from Otpex. So I'm not sure what ATC is gonna give us in terms of instructions, but basically, you know, we have about 11 miles here to play with, where we have to sort of achieve the 210 knots on the speed there. So we're probably 10 or so miles out from Temel. We're gonna be, you know, slowing down pretty quick there. If you look at the approach here, pretty standard. Our minimums are 540. Transalt's 12,000 feet, and it's straight on in. Hopefully hit the 1,000 footers there. The winds are variable at 2 knots. It's beautiful outside. 10,000 meters or greater. Broken clouds at 8,000. It's 14 degrees. Altimeter 1013. And that sort of concludes what we got going on there. I'm going to go ahead and QNH, I believe, was already given to me 1013. So we're not going to switch over from standard just yet. We still got some time. We'll maintain the speed at 280, and then we'll slow it down momentarily. So far, the ATC is working pretty well. No complaints. Just like I said, some of their phraseology is a little bit different than what I'm used to on VATSIM, but that's okay. Something we got to get used to. With this program, you don't have to have a mic set up to talk to ATC. There is an auto respond function that you can use. Also, if you want to auto tune your frequencies, you can. I choose not to auto tune anything just because I like playing around with stuff. Kind of, it's good practice, you know, for when you want to hop in on VATSIM. But anyways, we are looking good. I'm going to go ahead and slowly start slowing us down a little bit here. We'll see what the aircraft does here. I could probably come into the box here and change our target speed. 270 is what we got to be at. See if the aircraft slows down to that. This aircraft is known to not slow down right away. Go ahead, plug that in there as well, just because, like I said, once we get up close towards 10,000 feet, we kind of have to be a little on the slow side here. So go ahead and pull out the speed brakes here. VNAV kind of done its own thing because we did change some target speeds in the box here, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and pull out the speed brakes, go back to the legs page, and before you know it, we'll be back on the VNAV profile. Nice little approach here coming into Trabzon on the eastern part of the Turkish country here. Great mountainous areas. If you guys seen the little cinematic cruise video that I do on every video, you can see that I try to post some of the good views there. Crossing over certain parts of Turkey look absolutely beautiful. We kind of came back over the water, but that's okay. Anyways, our VNAV's coming in. We have speed brakes out just to get that profile back in. I'll go ahead and stow the brakes. I'll get the aircraft. We'll get down to 250. Pull out the speed brakes again. Want to be as efficient as possible on this approach here. I'm not sure what we're going to get. I don't think there's going to be radar vectors. The approach, if I'm not mistaken, it's basically ATC will clear the final approach to execute the procedures for runway 11. We'll see what happens. $250 knots here, descending about 2,000 feet per minute. Got that VNAV coming in. That pink magenta bar, whatever you want to call it. For those of you wanting to purchase BeyondATC, just got to hit up their website. I don't think they're linked to any Orbex or Sim Market yet. You can head to their website, BeyondATC, I think .org or something like that, or .net. That's where you can go ahead and you'll download the installer for it. After you've downloaded the installer, then you'll be directed to the purchase page or the store page. So it's not like you got to buy it on the website. You have to literally install the installer first, and then download it. Should be a pretty straightforward landing. No wind. which will make things much simpler. We're losing the pink magenta again. Let's go ahead and pull up those speed brakes. Now, this scenery was released, I believe, this year, if I'm not mistaken, in January. Done by Scenery TF or Scenery TR. I'll put their links in the description. Standard pressure QNH 1013. Put their link in the description if you guys are interested in purchasing the scenery. Roll the speed back to 240. Almost virtually no wind here at the moment. We should be descending again, probably to 6,000 feet. Go 230 on the speed. Coming up on 10,000 feet there. Go ahead, landing lights can come on. Going to be above 10,000 at Temel. And then, like I said, we're going to drop down probably 8,000. Maybe 6,000. We'll see what they give us. We have to be above 8,000 at the next waypoint. Now, I know there's some bugs also with BeyondATC when it comes to taxiways and things like that.
Turkish Alpha Zulu, contact Trabzon Aprak 130.TVO.
We'll contact approach at 130.22. Thanks a lot, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Trabzon approach, hello, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, flight level 10,000.
Turkish Alpha Zulu, verify information Charlie.
Should have checked ATIS. We have information, Charlie, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu.
Turkish Alpha Zulu, Trabzon aprak, Kune Hevan 013 Apex İLS Zulu'nun yayman var.
We'll spec the ILS Zulu runway 11 approach, QNH 1013, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu.
Turkish Alpha Zulu, descent to unit of sunset, Kune Hevan 013.
Send to flight level 090, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Don't understand that, but we'll descend to flight level 090 and QNH 1013, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Descend to 9,000, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Holy shit, see how specific you gotta be? Gotta be specific. So we got to be at 6,000 by optics. We're a little delayed there. I'm gonna go ahead and just plug in 6,000 anyways.
Turkish Sea Alpha Zulu, descend to seek of sunset.
Send 6,000, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. A little tough to understand there. From there, we're probably going to go 3,000. I should probably go to 3,000. Just going to go ahead and plug it in because I have a feeling it's going to do what it did. What it did before. There, we're perfectly on the magenta there for the ILS. So we'll expect the ILS. We're not cleared for it, so I can't hit it yet. And the audio is very muffled. Very hard to hear what the hell they're saying. There's 6,000. Send to 6,000, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. I don't even think that's English. Descend to 3,000, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu.
Turkish Sea Alpha Zulu, 14 minutes from exit, turn right, heading 10 five, maintain ticket of sunset until established on the final approach course, cleared BNS Zulu Yayvanlar.
Maintain 3,000 till established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS Zulu 11 approach Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu.
Negative, turn right, heading 10 five.
Turn right heading 105. Maintain 3,000 until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 11. Holy smokes, ladies and gents. It's messy, I'm telling you. Anyways, 210 on the speed. We're on the glide slope right now. Go ahead, throw the rest of our lights on. Engine start switches over to continuous. We're still about 15 miles out. And let's quickly have a look at our final, our go around is climb to 3,500, then left climb to 6,000. 6,000 on the climb out. Beautiful. I gotta check to see what the hell is going on with the audio, because that doesn't sound like English to me. Use international basic accents. It's on. I should probably turn that off. Okay, I turned it off. Let's see what happens when we get when we head over to, I think, Tower. Oh, the speed. Holy smokes. 190 on the speed. What the hell happened to our speed? I think we're in trouble. Try to get flaps out here. Flaps 2. Coming in a little spicy here, ladies and gents. I apologize for this. Keep her coming back, ladies and gents. Keep her coming back. Let's get the speed down now. 170. Go flaps 5. We're probably going to get yelled at here.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Contact Trabzon Tower 126.85.
That's better. Contact Trabzon Tower 126.85. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. 126.85.
2,500.
Tower, hello. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. ILS runway 11.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, Trabzon Tower, wind variable, runway 11 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 11, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. We got gear down. We're gonna go flaps 15. Speed still coming back. We got to be 147 plus 5 on the approach. 5 miles out. Let's go ahead. Let's get ourselves situated here. We'll go flaps 30. Messy, messy, messy, messy. Oh, well, we're clear to land. Let's get her down. Holy jumping. I don't know what happened to the speed. I'll have to look at the replay there. Anyways, ladies and gents, enjoy the landing. Bam. Like that, eh? Nice little transition. 1,000 feet. My airplane.
1,000.
Alright. Let's see what happens. I got gear down 3 green, flaps 30 indicated. All of our lights are on, we're lit up. All we got to do is get her down on the ground.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Getting a little windy there. Whoa. There's no wind, and it got tossed around right there.
200. 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse is coming out, a little delayed there. Lovely. Little firm there. Minus 229. That's okay. $70 knots stowed. Manual braking.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, exit right next available taxiway.
We'll exit when available. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, thanks. I think we got to spin all the way down.
You're welcome. Have a great flight.
That sounds so much better. Gotta open up my charts here. Yeah, we gotta go all the way around. I can actually probably cut it here. Spin her around. I have issues spinning these things around. Like my rudder just jams up. I don't understand what its issue is. PMDG thing, I'm pretty sure. Let's get her spun around here. Going back to Charlie. Well, anyways, ladies and gents, welcome to Trabzon. Go ahead and clean everything up. We're going to get handed off to ground in a moment. I don't have any frequencies up. Let me have a look here. Trabzon ground 121.9 I think is what it's going to be. So I could probably preset it. Preset it there and we'll see what happens. And this should be Charlie. Yeah, we're doing 240 knots on a 10-mile final. Or a 15-mile final. That's a little crazy in my opinion. That's a little crazy here. Let me have a look. Charlie, taxiway, Charlie at Echo. Okay, beautiful. And tower, hello. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, vacated runway 11 on Charlie at Echo.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, request not understood.
Thank you.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, contact ground 121.9er.
Contact ground 121.9er Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. I guess they'll just kind of transfer you over. We got the APU spooling up here. Trabzon ground. Hello, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu on taxiway Charlie.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, welcome to Trabzon Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Looking for gate 12, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Let's see what they say.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, unfortunately, gate
Not
12
available.
isn't available at this airport. Please choose another.
Assign gate for Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. Let's see what they say.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu,
Say again,
ramp
Rambo.
number.
Oh my goodness. Gate 12, Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, gate 12 doesn't exist at Trabzon Airport.
It
Would
does.
you like to select another?
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu would like to taxi at own discretion.
Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu, say again ramp number.
Oh, I quit at this point. I quit at this point. What happens if I click this? Any ramp.
We'll take
Let's see.
any ramp, please. Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu.
Turkish 6
That all I
Alpha
had to
Zulu,
say?
Ramp 12, scenery at this airport is incomplete and a taxi route cannot be created. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
There we go. Taxi at pilot's discretion for Turkish 6 Alpha Zulu. That's painful. Alright, we're looking for gate 12. We're over here at, I guess this is the domestic terminal. Forgot to clear all my lights off here. Forgot to get my taxi signs on. It's a very, very responsible pilot. Here we go. Stand 12. Let's see what happens. Market break going on. APU is alive. Let's go ahead and get that all on. APU is, bleed is on. Let's go ahead, shut her down. Ladies and gents. That was a not too shabby of a flight. Not too shabby.
The boarding requested.
Let's come outside here. We'll leave it right there, ladies and gents. I want to thank you guys for coming out to fly with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. As you can see, there's still some areas of improvement for BeyondATC. One of them being as you approach some gates over here. I don't know what the hell its problem was, but couldn't get it to get us our gates. But a lot of work in progress. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Ladies and gents, enjoy the rest of your week. Peace!
Passengers bus is coming.